what energy. There's so much going on. It's been a really exciting morning already, a big welcome, and I think a lot of celebration because Taiwan's at a really special moment in its sustainability journey. Well, GRI is doing something that I really value, which is it's making a very concrete contribution to change. There's so much that's being done out there on climate, on environment, on human rights. And it's really important, I think, to work within a system of change where you can develop a tool, be a part of a conversation, make things happen with others. So what I bring with me is this, if you want to say habit or belief in working together across sectors, but also doing something really concrete. And the GRI standards are a really concrete contribution to change. Companies can work with it, governments can work with it, stakeholders can work with it. And through that, we can bring about the action we need for a better economy and better jobs and better lives. Well, there's a lot going on right now with sustainability reporting, so much so that I think it's up to us now to create more clarity for newcomers and for the future. So GRI was definitely a path-breaking organization. We set out the very first sustainability standards with a focus on impact. And the impact is still a big focus for GRI. But there are a lot of other players right now that are working on standards and targets and platforms. And I think it's up to us to work together so that we can have clarity for companies and also for investors and other stakeholders who use the data. And speaking of using the data, it's so important that we move to digital reporting because the world is going to want to do more with that information. Having it in reports is important. For the branding of a company and for its own publication and reaching its audiences. But for use of data, we need to make it machine readable and interoperable, and we need to be able to do a lot more analytics so that we can get more value out of all that reporting. And that can lead to positive change. Well, the field of sustainability reporting is busier than it used to be. So it's very important for GRI to make sure that we do align with other reporting. And with ISSB, which is a newer player in the field, their focus is on financial reporting, financial materiality. And we're focused on impact materiality, on how you look through the window at the impact of the company or the enterprise on the world. And those two things fit together, reporting for investors and reporting for investors and other stakeholders. So we see that we're a part of building a holistic system together with others. And it's the same thing with Europe, with the CSRD, where the approach is this double materiality. So we think the goal is double materiality and making sure that companies and investors are bringing together a focus on impacts and risks and opportunities. Sustainability standards and reporting is about staying in the marketplace. It's about being relevant for your value chain, for your supplier, for the whole ecosystem of business in the future. So it may feel like an investment, but it's an investment in a sustainable business model moving ahead, and it's really an entry ticket into the future economy that we need. Well, in sustainability reporting as done by GRI, a multi-stakeholder approach is already really strongly embedded. We've worked across labor, investors, companies, governments, civil society, academia, since our beginnings. So we have it really built into our DNA to have a consultative, if you want to say society-wide approach to building sustainability standards, since we know all those stakeholders have an interest in having good, strong standards. So moving forward, we think this approach is absolutely fit for the future, and we're happy to build it into the way forward. Well, there's a lot of win-wins out there. You mentioned before the perception that sustainability reporting is a burden. Well, it's not a burden if it opens your access to capital, if it allows you to pursue green finance, if it allows you to distinguish yourself from other suppliers. So there's a huge number of ways that moving forward with sustainability efforts, both the reporting, but also the actions that drive the reporting, are a competitive advantage for companies and really also then contribute to better outcomes in terms of labor and human rights and quality of jobs. Well, reporting is driven by transparency, and transparency needs to be backed up by integrity. So I think we all have to acknowledge that we're on a long journey. In some cases, the situation is urgent and we do need to pay attention to what we're doing to Mother Earth. But the more that we can be honest about progress and share that and share the challenges as communities of practice, I think that's what's going to build trust in this and help us move forward together. Well, they can be proud of what they're doing, and I think they should share their experiences. So let us and let others know in the sustainability standards field what the challenges are, and let's share your successes, but also help you with your challenges. Well, we're really thrilled to be a part of this summit. It's an honor to be here, and we're very excited to support you as you adopt sustainability more deeply in your reporting, and we're excited about the future with GRI.